Oh yeah, what up? This is my WWE Survivor Series 2008 pay-per-view prediction. The opening match is going to be one of the Survivor Series traditional matches, which is going to be probably either the Team Batista versus Team Orton match or the HBK versus JBL. I'll go with the HBK versus JBL as being the opener. This involves Shawn Michaels, Rey Mysterio, Great Khali, which is now a face, which I guess it makes sense a little since what he's doing now as his character is the best he's been over with the crowd in his whole entire career. So understand why they're keeping with it and let it keep running. And then Crime Time's teaming up with them versus team of JBL, Kane, MVP, Miz, and Morrison. Now, John Morrison and The Miz, they have good chemistry against Crime Time, I feel. This is just going to be one of those average Survivor Series matches. I got to say, pretty much this pay-per-view, everything is very thrown together on this pay-per-view. So, at best, it's going to be probably an okay pay-per-view. I'm not expecting that much from this pay-per-view. And I see in this Survivor Series elimination match, I see the faces going over with Shawn Michaels' team winning this match. Then we got the Survivor Series elimination match with the Divas with Beth Phoenix, Mickie James, Kelly, Candice Michelle, and Jillian Hall versus Michelle McCool, Victoria, Maria, Maurice, and Natalia Neidhart. And this match is not going to be that good at all. The women's division is very lackluster in WWE. You might see some good stuff in this match with Beth Phoenix and Natalia Neidhart. Mickie James is a good women's wrestler. Victoria is good as well, but with her nagging injuries, she doesn't do as much as she once did. So this is just going to be one of those average throwaway matches. And like I said, this whole entire pay-per-view just looks like that. In this, I see Michelle McCool's team winning this match, which probably will not shock me. This is probably going to be one of those elimination matches where it'll be, pinfall. It'll probably be a very quick match, even though, it's elimination rules, and it should, at least be 10-15 minutes. They'll probably just make it as quick as it possibly can be, which really won't bother me because it's a match I'm not looking forward to at all. Then the next match will be another Survivor Series elimination match, and this is going to be Team Batista versus Team Orton. Now, this one actually looks like it could possibly be pretty good. It's on Batista's team. It's Batista, CM Punk, Kofi Kingston, Matt Hardy, and R-Truth versus Team Orton of Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, Shelton Benjamin, William Regal, and Mark Henry. So pretty much on these teams, the only person that's bad is Mark Henry. So this possibly could be a good match. And obviously another thing, it depends how Batista works. If Batista's actually showing up and he's working his full ability, then he'll work good in this match. And this one, unlike the Shawn Michaels one, I see the heels going over with Randy Orton's team winning this some way or another. Definitely, I could see it ending with CM Punk and Randy Orton, which would definitely be good to see. I'm hoping them to have a good, feud, and not just one of these feuds that don't really seem like anything, because it seems like they're trying to throw it away as quick as they possibly can. But hopefully, it turns out to be something good, and this whole Kofi Kingston and CM Punk tag team title run will actually mean something down the line, and it will lead to something with Randy Orton, which I've already said that I expect that's what's going to happen at some point down the line. As I said, I see the Hills winning this match because with the Survivor Series elimination matches, I feel it's going to be the faces winning one and the Hills winning one. So see the faces with Shawn Michaels winning, just because I don't think it'll be a believable JBL's team winning. And then the Hills will win with Randy Orton, because it feels like they're giving Randy Orton a pretty big push, which I definitely would like to see him back in the title hunt, especially with John Cena or Chris Jericho, whoever wins the title match of this night. Then the next match is going to be the casket match with Undertaker versus Big Show. And as everyone knows, I'm not a fan of these two ever taking on each other. Just completely bores the hell out of me when these two are in the ring. But hopefully with the stipulation of the casket match, hopefully that could possibly make this match be at least an okay match between these two. I do see Undertaker winning this match, or another thing that possibly could happen, which I still see Undertaker winning, but I don't know I don't know if they're holding Edge's return off, because I've been hearing rumors that if Christian Cage does go to WWE, they want to hold Edge's return off before Christian Cage, which at this point or another, I know this is off topic of Survivor Series, but just get my thoughts out on it. The whole Christian Cage leaving TNA for WWE, don't see it happening. I see this whole, Main Event Mafia Christian Cage thing being a whole storyline. It's going to be a complete work. Christian Cage is going to show up at the Final Resolution pay-per-view and show that he's still with TNA, and he's going to either do a swerve and show that he's with the Main Event Mafia or turn against them, which it will make, in storyline sense, it would make sense, turning against them. So just wanted to get that out of there. That's what I do see happening. I know a lot of people are buying in that Christian's going to go back to WWE, but until I actually see it and see that he's no longer with TNA, especially since they're mentioning him still, I definitely don't see him going to WWE, because it'll look really idiotic for a company saying that they're one of their big stars is leaving for the other company. I mean, I know Ring of Honor does it, but Ring of Honor does it, in a respectful way. Pretty much say, they're going off to greener pastures, that type of bullshit. And that's the way they do it. I know Ring of Honor does it, but I can't see, TNA tries to be competition with WWE, so I wouldn't think they would do that, but yet, a lot of people are going to say they always mention WWE a lot anyway, but nonetheless, if they don't do that and have Edge, they possibly might have Edge pop out of the casket in return, because they're going to have to, no matter what, the way that he got written off, even though the creative has said they don't want to follow up and they don't want to have Undertaker and Edge with each other or on basically in the same storyline together again, since they felt their feud, even though I would say it was great, it was parts within the end that you could say this was starting to get overplayed. It was starting to get, too many times you've seen it, it's starting to get boring. Even though they did put on good matches, it still at least felt like that. So, but the way he got written off, they'll have to do something with him and Undertaker. At least that's what I would expect them to do, unless they want to do something weird with Edge turning back or returning as a face, which I don't think would happen, especially since he's one of the top heels in WWE. But as I said, with the casket match stipulation, hopefully that makes them to have a okay match against each other. Nothing I'm really looking forward to that much. Like I said so far, other than the world title match on this pay-per-view, I'm not really looking forward to this pay-per-view at all. Then the next match is going to be a triple threat for the WWE title with defending champion Triple H versus Vladimir Kozlov versus Jeff Hardy. And I expect Triple H to retain this title. Hopefully with Jeff Hardy's inclusion of this match, that could possibly help this match out, since it's not a singles match with Kozlov and Triple H, because I knew if them two were having a singles match, it was going to be utter shit. It was going to be completely terrible. But hopefully Jeff Hardy's inclusion of it, and Triple H and Jeff Hardy always working good against each other, that could possibly help this match out. Not a fan of Kozlov, so even though I'm not a fan of Triple H and really want this title off of him, I don't think Jeff Hardy is worthy of it, because I don't think he'll be worthy of holding the championship, because he's not trustworthy. And Vladimir Kozlov is a guy that I don't want to see holding the title. I would take a Kyle Lee title run over Vladimir Kozlov. That's how much I hate and despise him, because he's not that good of a wrestler, and he just seems very, very, generic, and, nothing excites me about him. I know some people might like him, but nothing excites me about him. So hopefully Triple H retains, because I don't want to see either one of them holding the title. Like I said, I don't like Kozlov, and Jeff Hardy, I don't think he's trustworthy of holding the world title, which I don't think they'll go that route, but it would be a big shocker and something you wouldn't expect happen if they do go that. But like I said, I see Triple H retaining the title. Then the main event, which is basically the match of this pay-per-view that I'm going to be checking this pay-per-view out for, is the Chris Jericho versus John Cena world title match, which I'm expecting this to be great. These two have worked very good against each other before. I'm expecting, now it'd be even better, because pretty much the last time these two really crossed paths or took on each other, I guess, was back in 2005 when they did the whole storyline of writing Chris Jericho off of WWE TV. And, with that, and these two have a little past history, and they've built this up pretty good, even with John Cena not being on WWE TV as as far as in the actual arena for the shows of Phil Jericho. With his promo ability and promo work, he's definitely been building this up pretty good. And I know a lot of people say that they're throwing John Cena in here and it's kind of stupid. Well, I don't really care because I think John Cena is a good overall wrestler, and I'm expecting this to be very good. I know a lot of people are going to say that, with John Cena as being his return to his hometown, obviously aren't expecting him to walk out as world champion. For some reason or another, I do feel that he is going to be walking out as the world champion, but if he doesn't win the title, which I do expect to happen, if he doesn't win the title, you'll probably expect to see Chris Jericho win this by DQ, count out, or some shady tactics. Obviously, if Chris Jericho wins this match and retains the title, he's not going to win this by a clear pinfall or something like that. It's going to be some screwy type finish of the pay-per-view if they do that, which I don't think they would want to do so, and especially I think it will hurt John Cena's steam of his return if they don't give him the title. And this title on the Raw brand, the world title, has been pretty much very transitional title ever since ever since they had the switch of both titles to SmackDown. They haven't really done much with it when they had CM Punk defeat Edge for the title, which was not a good way for him to win the title. And his whole title run, which was about 2.5 months, even though a lot of people say a transitional title run's only about 30 days or just a little over a month to hold the title. But the way they booked him was pretty much a transitional title run. All he did in that whole title run was pretty much he defeated JBL at SummerSlam. That was his only accomplishment. Then after that you had Chris Jericho hold the title for about a month. Batista held it for 8 days. Then Chris Jericho has it now. So it will kind of hurt if Chris Jericho loses because it'll be another short title run. But I feel if they give the title to John Cena, they'll have John Cena hold on to the title for a good amount of time, possibly all the way till WrestleMania, maybe even to Backlash if they do that. And then that would possibly bring the prestige back to that title because they desperately need to have that title have some prestige behind it because it's pretty much been killed off by all these terrible short or transitional title runs they've been doing on Raw. So hopefully they do something like that because I highly doubt we're going to see a long Chris Jericho title run. So the way they would have to do it is John Cena winning this match, and I do expect it to happen, but if it goes the other route, I highly doubt Chris Jericho is going to go past Armageddon as world champion. But like I said, what I think is going to happen in this pay-per-view with the Team Shawn Michaels versus Team JBL match, I see Team Shawn Michaels winning that match. The Divas match, I see Michelle McCool's side winning it. I don't know why, but who cares about that match? Then the Batista versus Team Batista versus Team Randy Orton. I see Randy Orton's team winning that match. The casket match, I see Undertaker winning the match, possibly if they don't hold Edge's return off, possibly, a return Edge popping out the casket or some way or another. And then the triple threat with Triple H, Kozlov, and Hardy. Triple H retaining just because I don't think they would want to give the other two the title. Then the main event, I see John Cena winning the World Heavyweight title and then going on till, a good title run with him, possibly all the way till WrestleMania. Then obviously what probably everyone expecting is probably going to happen, which is a John Cena versus Batista match at WrestleMania 25, and that match probably be good. They had a good match at SummerSlam, but I felt they kind of cut it short, but obviously they were saving a little for it probably till WrestleMania. So as far as the card for this pay-per-view, I'll say, it looks like a very thrown together card. The only thing, like I said, that I'm looking forward to is the main event with Jeff Hardy's inclusion in the triple threat. That possibly could help it out.